Close your eyes, hands on your knees. And take a deep breath 3 times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now let's go through tenets of Taekwondo. Repeat after me. Courtesy.
Courtesy.
Integrity.
Integrity.
Self-control.
Self-control.
Perseverance.
Perseverance.
Indomitable spirit.
Indomitable spirit.
So today we're going to have stretching warm-up and quick Poomsae review, but more we're going to focus on kicking techniques. And at the end of the class, we're going to have mat chat, since we have more youth and adults in this class. I'm going to talk about how we've been spending our past 2 weeks and things that we've been doing and we're happy about it, things that we're learning, positive things, and sharing our quarantine time. But at this time, I'd like everybody to focus on our class training. And let's start Poomsae number 7, Chiljang. If you don't know Chiljang, do the one you know, Lord. Chariot, 경례 in your head. 준비, 시작. Take a deep breath 3 times again. Inhale. Exhale. And stand up. Open your eyes. I leave the class to Master B.C. Please go ahead.
클래스 5번 점핑제 하나 둘셋넷 다섯 여섯 일곱 여덟 아홉 열
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
대군이죠. 하나 둘셋넷 다섯 여섯 일곱 여덟 아홉 열
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
띵띵배 하나 둘셋넷 다섯 여섯 일곱 여덟 아홉 열
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
퓨처레 하나 둘셋넷 다섯 여섯 일곱 여덟 아홉 열
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
생선 하나 둘셋넷 다섯 여섯 일곱 여덟 아홉 열
둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
뮤직페 하나 둘셋넷 다섯 여섯 일곱 여덟 아홉 열
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
하나 둘셋넷 다섯 여섯 일곱 여덟 아홉 열
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
네, 바로 Deep breathing. Breathe out.
Yeah, after stretching.
됐나? Take your hand all the way up. Stretching 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Left side.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Other side. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay, now reach forward, keeping your leg straight.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉,
Now
열.
reach down, touch the ground. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Now turn to left forward. Keeping your toe. Go the elbow, lean forward. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Now switch.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Okay, next shoulder rotation. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. The weight.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Okay, now hip rotation. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Okay, now take a big body support like this. 하나, 둘, okay, 셋, okay, 넷, okay, 다섯, okay, other way, 여섯, 일곱, okay, 여덟, 아홉, okay, 열.
하나,
Now hand your knee rotation. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Other way.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Now rest up. 네, face left side, long stance. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Again, down all the way. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Now back set. 네, 끌어올려, back to left.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Okay, next. Turn on the other side. Extend your forward. Okay, big stance. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. down.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Okay, now body straight. Drive your shoulders. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉. Last time, waist your shoulder and then the waist. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉. You're looking other way.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Now one leg outside. Stretching. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Swing outside.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열.
Okay. Elbows head up. Okay, from now you're gonna do some conditioning. So before conditioning, if you have legs move, okay, or chair, or legs move or chair. Okay. So what you're gonna next? First of all, we're gonna do push-up. Just regular push-up. So leave the ball in the wall boost. Yeah, regular push-up first. So we give you 30 seconds. Actually 10 seconds. So keep it clean. Okay, ready. Just regular push up. We do regular push up. The wide hand and then narrow hand. Right, ready. Yes. Hand push up. Okay, one more time. Ready. Okay, 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay, now wide hand. Ready. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Okay, now narrow hands. So it is hard for you. You can't just open your leg. It doesn't matter. Okay, ready. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 오케이, 열. 오케이, 이런 거. 셋, 레스. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Now this time, you're gonna push your hands on the baseball or books, so whatever you want. So right there, have a watch. Can you see that? Right? Yeah, ready?
Sir.
Ready?
No, I'm good. I use the floor, sir.
Okay, ready? We do 10. Okay, 하나, 둘, 셋, 오케이, 넷, 다섯, 여섯,
You prefer the book. Drop my challenge.
자, 이거. 자, 이게 얼마나 그날. 똥기마. 아홉. 라서 열. 이게 바로. Actually, with the baseball is too hard. Okay, ready?
Sir.
Just 10. 엄마이 count. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Good job. Okay, one shake your arms.
Very good,
Shoulder
Master.
rotation. Now you do regular squat. Just regular squat without elbow. Just flip beside you. Ready? 10. Just 10. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Actually, one more time. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Now grab the ball or group. If you are a chair, yeah, you are this chair. So you are this chair, then squat, then lift up, squat, then lift up. Okay, right, ready?
I'll get my turn. I'm ready. I didn't see me.
Ready? I think. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 파이브. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. 네, good job. Sit down. Take a rest. Now, 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, So if you have, okay, this math ball, you can use. You're gonna sit up position, everyone get ready.
Sir.
If you don't have this, you just try the regular sit up. Okay, ready? So what's gonna happen? You have this math ball, you're gonna sit up, and then,
Oh, we have more. Let me get this. Sir.
Keep trying it.
See what we go through for you guys? This one's heavier for Master Lim. Yes, sir.
Okay, ready? Okay, 하나. Okay, 둘. 셋. 넷. 다섯. 여섯. 일곱. 여덟. 아홉. 열. 하나. 아이고. 둘. 셋. 넷. 다섯. 아로. 제가 그래. 일단 리드볼. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 네, 맛있겠는데? Right down. Lift your hand and your feet in vertical. Okay, everyone ready? Just 10. One more count. Ready? 셋, 이게 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 여섯. Right down. Rest. Just rest. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Next, we're going to do this. Okay, ready? Leg up and down.
Sir.
Right? Ready? Have a little leg. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 하나, 아이고, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 네, 넌 three, stand up, please. 자, 이렇게 유니폼. You don't go around, face forward. Good. Okay, one shot.
Sir.
Okay, 동네. Let's have a one man. Let's go back, please.
Water break.
Just do facing the wall. Each Poomsae we try 2 times. Okay. If you don't know the Poomsae, can't catch up, don't worry about it. All right. Because this is not Poomsae week. Next week we're gonna go very slow on Poomsae. All right, Chojang, 준비. Move to your right, please. Thank you. Excellent. Master B.C will command, count.
네, Poomsae number 7. 네, 원마이 차. 하나, 둘, 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 하나,
Okay, I'll do Poomsae Chiljang on my own time.
찰, 경례, 준비,
됐습니다.
준비. 풍선 넘버 7, 태그 7장, 시작. 바로 시작.
대국 발장.
찰, 경례, 준비. 풍선 넘버 8, 태그 8장. 엄마이 카운트. 하나, 둘, 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 하나, 둘. 바로 시작. 자, 경례. 자, 경례. 전화랑 준비. 풍선 넘버 8, 태그 8장. 시작. 바로 시작.
Koryo. One second.
자, 경례. 준비. 고려 분대. 엄마이 카운트. 하나, 둘, 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 바로 쉬어.
Thank you. I leave Koryo to Master BC. I suggest you guys don't do the Koryo Poomsae right now. Just watch Master BC. You will like Taekwondo even more after watching his Koryo Poomsae. All right. We'll do one more time Koryo later so you can do it. Just watch now. Relax. Sit down. Sit, chariot. Back straight. Right. Chariot. Koryo 준비. 시작. 바로 슛. 감사합니다. Wasn't that amazing? Now Master Kenneth will do it. Koryo, so you guys can follow Master Kenneth.
Sir.
Chariot.
자,
Sir.
형님. 고려 품새 준비. 온마이 카운트. 하나, 둘, 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 하나, 둘,
Great. Let's take a water break. 30 seconds, 1 minute, 1 minute. 1 minute water break. Come back for lots of kicking. Master Kenneth is gonna run the kicking class now. Let's see if I can do those kicks. Please make sure don't go too hard because Master Saadati wants to do it too.
Yes, sir. Okay, everyone, today let's start warming up a little bit with our kicking a little bit. We're gonna start with our turning kicks. So let's make sure, right, when we do our turning kicks, we all know the basics. We want to chamber our knee up, we want to pivot, we want to extend our leg. All right, so let's start with those basic motions first. Let's go slow a few times and then fast a few times to warm up before we start doing the more advanced kicks. Remember, chamber your knee high. Okay, ready? Let's start from here. Ready? Position 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Follow along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, ha! Hoya! 1, 2, 3, ha! 4. Okay, let's change our legs. Ha! Ja! And leg ready. 1, 2, 3, ha! And 4. 1, 2, 3, ha! 4. Okay, very good. Let's put it all together. Right, let's do a full turning kick from here. Ready, back in first. Ready? Ha! Ha! 2, 3, ha! 7, ha! 8, ha! 5, ha! Change your legs. Ha! 6, 9, ha! 8, ha! 7, ha! 9, ha! 5, ha! Okay, today let's start working on spinning turning kick, and then we're going to change that into our spinning roundhouse later on. So everyone, let's put your kicking leg in front of you. Let's start with the right leg in front of you. Let's start working on our spinning turning kick. So remember, bring your knee in front, and then switch your leg to turning kick position before you extend your leg. Right, spinning turning kick, we've all done this before in the advanced class. So let's go for 5 right, and then 5 left. And then we'll work on how to do a good spinning roundhouse turn. Okay, so right leg in front, right side from me. Ha! Yes, sir.
Someone commented you talk too fast and they don't understand you. It's okay, don't worry. I'll tell you.
I will do my best to speak a little more clearly.
Yeah, a little closer, they can hear you. Shan was saying, you need to get closer.
Okay.
Thank you, Shan, for feedback.
Okay, so we'll start with bringing your knee in front of you, and then you're going to switch your legs and kick. So you're going to go, let's try for a slow spin so that we can switch quickly with good balance. So it's going to be 1, 2. Okay, so try to control your spin with good balance. Ready? Show me. 1, 2. Ha! Ready? So every time I count, go through that on your own. Slow spin to kick. So ready from here? Ha! Ha! Try your best to keep your balance. If you notice you're falling this way, right? Correct your balance. Try to have your body upright and sitting on your leg before you switch your legs. Okay, if you notice that you're tilting to the side, not a good sign. If you notice you're leaning back, that's not a good sign either. Okay, keep your body upright on the spin. Ready? Yeah! Okay, so for the next example, we're going to use a target for demonstration purposes to understand the turning kick in the spinning turning kick. So let's have this example. So, on our spinning turning kick, right, the important part of our spinning turning kick is what? The turning kick. So what we need to do is from our knee up position, when we switch our legs, we want to drive our knee past the target before we extend our leg for our turning kick position. If you can't see us, try me from the side view. So this way. So from here, for my knee up position, when I change my legs, I want to have a few things happen. I want to have my leg come down, facing the back. I want to have my knee past the target. I want my foot at the height of the target. This is going to be important for when we start to go for the roundhouse later on. So when we put all that together, we're doing that step that I just mentioned, that switch in the air. So if you find you're spinning, landing, and then kicking, that's a step too slow. You want to have that switch and the kick happen at the same time. So it's 1, 2, 3. So once again, when we put this together, hopefully you can see me drive my knee over the target in the air before I land. Oh! Okay, so let's practice that in the air. So
awesome.
if you have a target in front of you, feel free to use it. If you don't, try to visualize the center of your body. If you don't know where that is, put a hand up in front of your nose, place it in front of you. That's your center line. Okay, so aim to have your knee going past that center line in the air before you extend your leg. Ready, let's try 5 right and then 5 left. Ready. Now, ha!
Can I hit targets, sir? Sounds good.
This is for me, not for him. He's teaching.
Yes, sir.
Done.
2, ha! Set. Ha! Net. Ha! That's it. Ha! Everyone change your legs. Ha! Now. Ha! 3. Ha! Set. Ha! Net. Ha! You guys may notice it's a lot easier to be accurate with a turning kick if you have something to aim at. So here's the thing. If you don't have a target to aim at, pick a spot. Let's say on the wall, maybe you have something to aim at, like, I don't know, you have a picture on your wall of someone's face. Okay, maybe not someone's face, because that's a little violent, right? So pick something that you can aim at so that you can have something to aim your kick at. Now, you're not kicking it for real, but you're aiming in that general direction. So even if Master Kim's target is over there, I still have something to aim at if I'm kicking the air. Does that make sense, guys? So hopefully you guys can try that so you can develop your accuracy without actually having to hit anything. Unless you have a target, in which case, have fun. Okay, so from here at this point, we're going to add on a little bit of height to create your spinning roundhouse. So what is the main difference between a turning kick and a roundhouse kick? It's the height. Okay, so in an ideal roundhouse turning kick, right, we want to have our knee and our foot to the same height before we extend our leg to the target. So this is the ideal situation, right? If your flexibility is not quite there yet, if you have hip problems, that's okay. What you're going to do is you're going to aim your roundhouse at a 45-degree angle by bringing your knee higher, but your foot a little lower, and still going up to the hip. So the main difference between that is your foot position and your hip, okay? The important thing for a roundhouse turning kick is in terms of a person's body, you want to clear a shoulder. So, for example, a bad angle for a roundhouse to be at would be this. Okay, so if you can see it from here, this angle, right? If I was to kick this way, right? If someone was there, I wouldn't be hitting their head. I would be hitting their shoulder. Okay, even if I half turn this way, that's a kick that's going right here, not here. In order to reach that head, you have to clear the shoulder. So how you do that is you have to get that knee up as high as you can and try to get your foot up as high as you can, preferably to the same height as your knee. But if you can't, that's okay. You're just going to have to angle your turning kick in such a way that it can cross a person's shoulder. Okay, so for example, once again, I'm going to show you the clean one, and I'm going to show you the modified one, right? So the clean one, knee up, over, and extension, right? The modified one, knee up, half turn, extension. Okay, so those two variations, pick the one that you can do. Now, on a spinning roundhouse, remember, the key word here is roundhouse. So on the switch, we're getting our knee to that same position. So from one, when we're switching over, if we're doing the correct one, right, the clean one, you're getting our knee up and over at the head level. If we're doing the modified one, we're getting our knee up, but with less pivot. Either way, it's a strong kick. You're still aiming at the face, but if you want to have good control, try to remember your chamber position. So once again, example for clean, 1, 2, getting your knee and your foot up. Right? Example for modified, up at a modified angle depending on your hip flexibility. Right? Do what you can, work with what you have, but keep in mind your goal for clean technique. Okay, so while we try this together, right? Once again, remember, pick a target to aim at, that's roughly your head height, and imagine yourself clearing your shoulder as you go over with a spinning roundhouse turning kick. Okay, so facing forward, turn, Five steps for me. Okay, so spinning roundhouse. Ready?
I'm dedicated. We have targets here. You should use it.
Yes, sir. Now.
Oh.
Oh! Third.
Ready.
Dive.
Oh yeah.
Ready, change your stance.
Oh.
Very good. Okay, at this point, let's take a quick water break. Take some forward,
Come
check,
down.
and there. I'm ready. Yes, sir. Okay, everybody, today we're going to work on our hook kick. So for hook kick position, right, let's go through a rundown of the steps again. I'm sure most of you have done this before, but we're going to work on the steps. So first of all, just like all spinning kicks, you start with a spin, right? Your feet turn to the back, you look over your shoulder. So the main difference between hook kick and back kick is your body position. So from here, when you raise your knee, instead of keeping your shoulders backwards, you're going to raise your knee and bring it to the side into side kick position and your body to the side so that you can extend your leg sideways and drag it across the target and come back to where you start. Okay, so, right, before we talk about the full back kick, let's go through the important part, which is the hook kick motion without the spin. So the essential motion of hook kick is tuck into side kick position, body sideways, extension into a dragging motion across your head at the head level. So you want your kick to be horizontal. If you see a line, that's closer to an axe kick. If you see it going upwards, that's something called a scorpion kick, and you don't really want that either. Okay, you want it sideways. Okay, so to develop your control, you need two things. Number one, body, side. Number two, you want your foot side. So toes down, body down, not so good. Your kick will go up. Body forward, heel down, heel will go down. Okay, so the motion you want to have is 1, 2, and 3. Let's practice this a few times. Ready, from here. 1, 2, 3. Again, ready. 1, 2, 3. Okay, for control, these drills are very important. Now for the kick itself, you're not going to go up to somebody and you're going to go 1, 2, and 3. You're going to make it fast. So that same movement you're doing, you're going to put it together quickly. So from a tight chamber, you want to extend your leg into this movement. Ha! As quickly as possible. So you're going to start from the chamber, tightly, and ha! Ha! So 1, 2, 1, 2, ha! From here, let's put it into the chamber motion. So for the chamber motion, you go with a spin into the same position you were in before. 2 and 2, ha! This time you go all the way behind. So from here, it's 1, 2, ha! 3, and coming all the way around behind. Let's try it together. 1, 2, 3, ha! Again, 1, 2, 3, ha! Let's put two of those steps together. Let's put the turning and the raising of the knee together to work on your balance. So it's going to be 1, and then, ha, 2. And come back to the same spot you were in before. 1, 2, ha, whoa! One more. 1, 2, ha, whoa! Okay, from the last step here, is to put all of it together. Now, in order to get the right position for your hook kick, you're going to need timing. So what I mean by timing is, as you're turning around, you have to pick the right time to lift up your knee. And as you're spinning around, you need the right time to stick out your leg before you finish your hook kick. All in all, it's turn, raise, hook, and come back down. Okay? Whether you do it slow, whether you do it fast, the timing in your turn is something you're going to have to figure out as you do it. Okay? So you're going to have to modify. If you find that you're raising your knee too early, and your balance goes off, raise your knee a little later. If you find that you're kicking too early, bring your body further around before you extend your leg. So as you're doing your kick, you're going to have to modify your kick by yourself. So let's try and do the full motion together now. By my count. Let's start with 5. Ready? Now. Ha! Oh! Two! Hey! Set! Ha! Hey! Net! Ha! Hey! Hasa! Hey! I missed the number. Net! Ha! That's fine. Sorry. Ready? Okay, change your legs. Let's work on your left leg as well. Ready? Now. Ha! Oh! Two! Ha! Whoa! Set! Ha! Whoa! Net! Whoa! Hasa! Whoa! Okay, very good. Let's catch your breath. Deep breath in.
Oh, we're done. Very easy.
In. Okay, so apart from just working on technique, we want to make this technique applicable. So we're going to combine our spinning turning kick or our spinning roundhouse and follow up with a hook kick right away after. So, okay, so from spinning turning kick, we're going to follow up with a hook kick. So I'm going to go spinning turning kick, one hook kick straight away right after. So a few points to make. Number one is where you land. Okay, so here's an example of where you don't want to land on your spinning turning kick if you want to follow up with a hook kick. If I land here, that's not a position where I can hook kick from. Same with if I land too big. A big stance is not a good stance for a hook kick. Generally, a little smaller is better. So I can do a good hook kick from here, but I can't do a good hook kick from here. So after I finish my spinning turning kick, I will land in the stance where I can throw in an effective hook kick. So to add the momentum to it, it has to be continuous. So I'm going to try this slow but continuous. So it's going to be 1, 2, and 3. I can link it together without stopping if I have good balance and I have good control over my technique. Now, if I want to do it fast, it's going to be together. If I have good landing and I have good control momentum.
Can I show off my technique?
Please do so.
You guys tell me whose combination is better, me or Master Kenneth. We're gonna fight tonight. If my hip doesn't give up. Oh, we have to do 2 kicks? I thought it's just 1 kick.
Spinning turning kick, hook kick.
2 kicks. Oh, that's hard. Now I can't even back up now. So we'll do spinning turning kick, follow up spinning kick. I can do both sides.
Yes, sir.
Too fast, sir. I didn't catch it with the camera, sir. You gotta do it again.
Yeah, I'll do the other side. So then. Didn't want to show off. What's on that? No, how many are we doing? They want to do more of this, I think. How many do you want them to do, sir?
Let's do a set of 5, everybody.
5.
So let's work on our balance. Remember, combining the momentum from the first one into the second one. In order to do that, you have to land in a good position. Why no good? Too close? So too close, you're going to end up leaning backwards. So try to land in a middle type stance. That's the best way I'm going to explain to you. Roughly here is good, not so good. All right, so let's start with your right leg in front. You're going to do right leg spinning turning kick and then left leg hook kick. Make sure you have enough room in front of you and that there's nothing in your way. Remember, right, if you're in your own house, make sure you clear all your furniture before you start training. Get ready, final touch, be right leg in front. Ha! Go! Ha! Ha! Oh! 2! Ha! Ha! Ah! Set! Ha! Ha! Net! Ha! Ha! Hasa! Ha! Ha! Change your legs. Ha! Easy. Ready?
Oh, he's watching me there. So. You go a little closer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they want to
Worry
see
about
the
the
technique better.
I'll go back. No. Third. Okay, very good, everybody. Catch your breath. Awesome. All done.
감사합니다, guys. Let's grab your water too and do a few minutes chat here with our attendees. Did you guys enjoy the class? Master Kenneth, awesome master. The explanation was perfect. He broke down every single technique to as much pieces as possible. And even if you were white belt, you would learn how to do these techniques. So thank you. Great class. And Master BC, please don't hide. Come join us here. People want to talk to you. Master BC. Yeah. So how's everyone doing? Everyone's doing well. So can we start typing our experience, the past 2 weeks experience, not the whole thing, just one good thing that might help one of us here. Let us know what you've done, how you're going about your days, and how the past 2 weeks has been going. We like to hear that, and share with us what you do. If you've done something, you're proud of yourself. If you're happy about it, you say, yes, finally I did it. Things that you've been always trying to do and you never found time for that. Now maybe you're doing them. And if you have any suggestion, if you have any tips for our group, we have a small group here. Please share it with us. Let us know what you've done. Thank you. Are you ready to give them feedback, tips on how to, how to go after their lives these days?
In this current time, what I think is that, right, a lot of things are different, especially in our lifestyle habits, right? Because there's been a huge change in the way that our day-to-day life is happening. We have to remember that structure is important in your life. So meaning that, right, before you had a structure of, let's say, going to school, you do this, you come to Taekwondo, and you go home, you eat. But now you just think you're at home all the time now. And suddenly you have all this free time that, it's outside of your old schedule. So you need to create a new schedule and, make good use of your time, right? If you don't plan ahead to use your time, you're not going to use it. You're going to waste it. That's just how life is, right? If you want to be able to discipline yourself and use your time effectively, you have to plan ahead and schedule your time effectively. So that's my advice for everybody.
Awesome advice. Thank you. Master BC, any tips, feedback you have for our people?
All my tips, basically. So I think you did a great job today. So make sure every time when you practice, do it honestly. So you should practice, even though it's a front kick, you should kick properly. You're not supposed to kick like this. So even though you are at home, kick properly. And then every day, enjoy our red class. Yeah.
Awesome. Very important. That's right. Because you're at home and obviously the environment is not like studio. It's not like Taekwondo studio, and it's easy to get distracted and not to go 100% because instructor is not watching you. Yeah, you got to be disciplined. Yeah, remember the discipline part of martial arts and do every technique to the best you can, and you have to push yourself because this is advanced class. Awesome. And my advice would be, other than Taekwondo training, to find someone, if you know someone in your family, friends, who's living by himself alone these days and staying at home, it's a difficult time. Pick up the phone and call them and say hello, and just tell them that you care about them, and you know how it's like to be alone, and talk to them and spend a few minutes time on the phone, but make sure don't call them too early or too late at night, so you don't want to disturb them. And yes, we all have to remember the discipline in martial arts, in Taekwondo. If at this time we need a lot of discipline, because we're at home, we're with our family members, and so many things could go wrong. And if we are not focused, if you're not disciplined, if you're not centered, we might get into trouble, we might create problems and stuff. So we have to remember the discipline of martial arts and always calm down. If things go wrong, if something goes wrong, we need to be patient, we need to breathe and think again about what we do, okay, so we don't regret later on, because these days aren't gonna last that long, right? These days, I'm sure within a month or two, things gonna change, and we're gonna get out of our houses and gonna get back to studio, and you're gonna go about your life. So, but because of this 1 month or 2 months, we don't want to do something crazy that we regret later. So, 감사합니다. I was going to say merci in Farsi. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for attending the class. We had so much fun, and sorry if I couldn't do all the workout back there. I was trying to, doing my best back there too. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Keep up the hard work, and don't forget to share this video if you have any video photos with your friends, family members online, and keep promoting Taekwondo and our studio at this time of the year. Thank you so much. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. 감사합니다. Chayat Kungne. Thank you. High five. Let's go wash your hands.